backpacks, you will find a black important bag that has no label, alright? So that's how you're going to know it's Kelso. Inside the bag, we have our black folder. Now, as I said before, this is a game. So all the things that you should find inside the game are a Kelso parent page. So this will tell your parents just a little bit about Kelso and what it's all about. Okay. We will have our instructions on how to play the game. All right. We have our Kelso wheel to help you and your parents think of solutions to our small problems. Okay. We have our Kelso journal. And this is an opportunity for you guys to do some writing. So inside our journal, you're going to be giving an example of a big problem and who you would tell about the big problem. You're going to give an example of a small problem and a solution that you found to solve the small problem. Up at the top, there's a spot to put your name. It's going to be 1 page per person, okay? So you're going to do big problem, small problem, and that's it, just 1 page, okay? So there's enough for everybody. Now, also inside, we are going to have a piece of gimp with some beads. This is to make bracelets, and I'll tell you about how we're going to make those bracelets in a minute. And our big problem, small problem cards, okay? So how this is going to work, guys, is you're going to take these cards with your parents, and we're going to read the card, okay? Now, once you've read the card, you're going to identify or tell your mom or dad whether it's a big problem or a small problem, okay? And if it's a big problem, then we tell an adult. If it's a small problem, then we're going to use our Kelso wheel, and we're going to think of a solution, okay? Now, once you've told the moms or dads whether it's a big problem or a small problem, and you figured out a solution to the problem, if you do that correctly, then you will be able to put a bead on the piece of gimp, okay? And you're going to keep going through the cards until all the beads are gone, okay? And by the end, you're going to have a bracelet. So you can see that the cards are green and yellow, okay? So if you pick a small problem, you tell mom and dad that it's a small problem, and you think of a solution, then you are going to put on a green bead. If it is a big problem, and you tell your moms and dads who you would tell about that big problem, then you would put on a yellow bead, okay? So again, guys, that's big problems are yellow beads, small problems are green beads, okay? So we're going to go through all the cards until we figure out big problems, small problems, until all our beads are done. And then after that, that is when we go to our journal. We think of one big problem that we came across. We write down what the big problem was. Then we write down who we would tell. So if it happened at school, you would tell Mrs. Rogers, Mr. Wright, or myself, or another teacher that might be on duty. A small problem. So you would put down what the small problem was, and then using our Kelso wheel to help, a solution to the small problem, okay? And remember, guys, that this is just 1 page per person, okay? So we start by reading the problems, we put the bead that goes with that problem, and then once we've got all the beads and our bracelet is made, then we go to our journal booklet. And make sure, guys, that the next time we come back into school, that we make sure to bring our bracelet with us, okay? So we can show the teachers in the room as well, okay? So all this is going to be inside of our black folder, which is inside of our black bag, which you guys are going to put inside your bags when you go home. Okay? Now these are meant to go home for 2 nights. Okay? So if you get it on Monday, then you're to bring it back on Wednesday. If you get it on Wednesday, then you get to bring it back on Friday. And if it gets sent home with you on Friday, then you keep it for the weekend and you bring it back on Monday. Okay? Now it's really important that we remember to bring this back, guys. Okay?
What about today?
Sorry?
What about today?
Well, we're not going to worry about today.
That makes good
We'll
sense.
figure out who's going to be sent home today, or not today, tomorrow, and then you get to keep it for the weekend. Okay? Hands down right now, guys. All right?
And if you're sick and you can't come to school and you have the bag, then you need to ask Mommy and Daddy to please bring it in so we can send it home so everybody gets a chance to have the Kelso bag before the end of the school year.
Okay, guys? So all this stuff is going to be inside our black bags here, okay? And again, there is a Kelso instruction page. So this is instructions on how to play the game. And there is also a parent sheet that just tells mums and dads and grandmas and grandpas about a little bit about Kelso and what it's all about. Okay?
How do you do that?
Thanks.
I'm gonna need